Hello, friends, and welcome back. If, like me, you took a 2-week break from all of this, we are going to start back into our meditation practice, and hopefully, you will join me for that. So, find an upright posture and start to drop in, so to speak. That central channel, aka your spinal column. In yoga and Ayurveda, we call it the Sushumna, right? Try to find as much length and openness in that central channel as you can. Making sure that energy can flow through with ease. But we want that long spine. And I don't know about you, but sometimes when I go to lengthen my spine, it means I start to engage other muscles that don't need to be turned on to lengthen my spine, such as the jaw, the tongue, the shoulders, the hips. So check in and let go of the muscles that don't need to work, soften those. And into the breath for a few moments. Wherever you happen to tune into it, maybe it's your belly or your chest or your nostril. You want a sense of ease with the breath for meditation. But if it's available to slow it down a little bit within that sense of ease, right? Don't stress yourself out to do any of these things. But if you can slow the breath down slightly, or maybe even bring just a little more air in, take a little longer with the exhale, all of these things. And bring your awareness into your heart center. That's pretty squarely in the chest. You've got your lungs, your heart, your thymus gland, amongst other things in this area. So physically giving space to those organs, those glands, those nerves. And on a subtler level, every time you breathe in, imagine that you're breathing energy directly to this area. This is the area of the heart energy center, the Anahata chakra. It is said this is the area of love and kindness, compassion, empathy, forgiveness. So you can simply bring your awareness here and just breathe energy into the area, and that is just beautiful. But let's go one stage in from that. And that is every time you breathe in, yes, energy, but loving energy, compassionate energy flowing in towards yourself. And maybe as you start to bring awareness to the center, maybe there are some things that you've said or done to yourself or other people that maybe you can start to let go, hold those in compassion, knowing that was your conditioning, your fear, your anger. And maybe you can start to hold those with compassion. Sometimes we call it forgiveness. Some people have a hard time with that word, so holding them with compassion might be another way you look at it. So every time you inhale, you're inhaling in love and kindness to yourself. And then, using that to hold in compassion anything you no longer need to hold on to, thoughts, words, deeds that you've done to yourself or others. And start small, don't go to the biggest, don't go to trauma. Maybe it's as simple as the past week you snapped at somebody. Maybe you said something cruel to yourself. If not recently, at any point in your life, oh boy, do I have a long list of things I've said to myself throughout my life. Maybe there's an action you took against yourself or others that harmed someone, whether that was intentional or non-intentional. So we're still breathing in loving kindness, or you consider it compassion, that energy of love and kindness coming in and holding that in that area. And as you exhale, holding, right, any thoughts, words, actions, intentional or unintentional, towards someone else, towards yourself, holding those with compassion and understanding that that's our conditioning, our fears, our anger, our confusion that caused us to do those things. And either just continue to hold them with compassion, or again, if you use the word forgiveness, maybe forgiving yourself for those things. Go ahead and begin to wrap that up, so to speak. We're going to go to one more piece here in this meditation. So just take a few final moments, practicing compassion, practicing forgiveness, practicing kindness with ourselves. And now for the next piece, I'd like you to imagine that there is a golden sun above you. Right? And that holds kindness, compassion, love, and empathy, and whatever positive things, right, you can think about or that you might need to fill you. Isn't that golden sun just above your head? And then you're going to go ahead and going to pop the little hole in the bottom of that golden sun and let those golden rays and all of those positive bits of energy come down through the crown of your head and fill your entire body. And let it fill your body so full that it starts to come back out through the crown of your head and come out around you, filling up a space about an arm's distance in front of you, behind you, above you, below you, and to the sides. And then imagine that that continues to go on through your whole day, that you have this beautiful golden energy surrounding you, inside of you, holding you. Notice the energy that you might have flowing through you. Just sensory wise, if anything has changed since when you originally sat down. Bring those hands together in front of the heart. Inhale. As you bow your head in, taking just a moment of gratitude. And, I like to use this pose, not every time, but I often like to remind myself here, always, always, every time I make decisions or big emotions come up or, anything along those lines, I try to check what's happening in my head with what's happening in my heart. And I always bow to my heart. Namaste, friends. Speaking of golden sun. I think you know this, but I film these in the morning with the class at 7:30. So whenever you are doing this, may you have just the most wonderful rest of your day. Be well, friends.